So in the latest update, we got a whole new wheel category called Street, which I haven't actually checked out on the channel, and I'm going to be doing a video on it very soon. And there was also some additions to the off-road wheel category as well, which again, I haven't covered, but I will do a separate video on it. But in the process of finding those things in single player, which required me having to update Menyoo's mod, I discovered another wheel category, one that you can't get in GTA Online, but you can in single player with the use of mods, and it's the ability to put the Formula 1 wheels on any car you want. And so, of course, I'm going to be doing that today. So, in fact, straight away, I'm just going to jump in and I'm just going to put it on this car, and then we'll move on, because I just want to see all the different types of vehicles that we can try and get this working on. But if we go to wheels, down here, we have PR4. And inside here, we get wheels like this. And I am kind of curious to see what cars this works for, what cars this doesn't work for. I'm going to find some weird and wonderful vehicles as well and just see how they look. Because I'm kind of curious to see what it's like to add these wheels to a bunch of different cars. And so here we have the Formula 1 star wheels in the PR4 category. And we actually have these in a bunch of options. So we have all of these standard ones, which we have in like normal, and then stripped, which I think is... Actually, I don't know what that means. That means that basically it's just like the color around the rim instead of the whole entire rim. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'll set those wheels to white then, so you can actually better see that for this. So we have all these different ones. We have the Classic 5, we have the Retro Star. We have the Triple X, a nice 3-spoke version. We have the 70s spec. We have the Super 5R. We have the Speedster. Again, I was going to show all these in the stripped versions. We have the GP90, the Super Spoke, the Gridline, a bunch of different wheels. Oh, I do like that one. The Snowflake one looks awesome. I love that. And then we start having all the same again, but with all these different tyre patterns. So we have this Atomic style one. We move down here, we've got this general atomic tyre writing version. Then we have the Fukaru, and then when we go to the chrome section, it seems to be a continuation, but then we have the red lettering, the yellow Chappelle lettering, the green Chappelle lettering, and that is all of those. So we actually have a bunch of different options to choose from. Although for this one, I kind of just like going for that Super 5R in that spec in white. And these are actually really thin. If we just actually go underneath the world here so we can see this better. These wheels are a bit thin. So we definitely need to use V-Stancer on this to actually make the wheel width more like what you would have on a Formula 1 car. Because I think like this is more suitable wheel width. So now I've got to try and fit these in. So if we just go to the track width, let's go to rear track width. We can really squeeze these right in. Although if we actually look underneath, oof, yeah, that's only just fitting in. In fact, it's not actually because, oh dear, yeah, it's actually going into the hubs and everything else. But we can actually get those tucked in, which is an interesting look. There we go, tucked in Formula 1 wheels if you wanted that. Although to be honest, with the width of them, you would expect them to stick out somewhat, and we'd probably have to jack the car up just so it can actually fit in the arches. There you go. There's Michael's Audi, or his Ubermax, whatever this is. It's the Obey something or other, or the Ubermax. I tell you what, I'm actually terrible. I'll be honest. I'm terrible with remembering the full model names for a lot of these cars. But this is Michael's car with Formula 1 wheels on. Let's move on then to something. Oh, there you go. We'll randomize this by just pretty much picking up stuff in traffic. I don't think this is going to work with the bike, but I do want to quickly check. So in customs, in wheels, oh, we do actually have the option for PR4. I'm frightened this might crash the game, but I'm going to try it. Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it just... Hang on. Let me just get this done. It does actually add them to the front wheels, but obviously with everything that's going on with the mudguard and stuff, it doesn't really fit because they're not really bike wheels. But you can technically put them on a bike, although I would perhaps advise against that. Okay, what else have we got here? G-Wagon sort of car. Let's grab it. I can't remember the last time I actually carjacked someone in this game. I'm so used to just playing... Oh, no, I've actually kidnapped someone. Okay, get out. I can't be dealing with you screaming. I have not carjacked someone for a long time just because of the fact that I have all of the Menyoo trainer mods. So let's jump to PR4 stock rims. In fact, I actually want to go for that yellow Chappelle writing one, which I think is this section. That's green. There we go. There's the yellow section. This actually looks all right. This doesn't look too bad. So we have this, and oh, we could go for this. Oh, the snowflake one's going to be in red. Let's just go for that in the snowflake. This might actually be my favorite design. It's got that center hub and the multi-spoke wheels. That is a really cool look. So of course, with each one of these, we're going to have to go into V-Stancer and make the width bigger. But I'd say that these wheels, actually, they don't need to be this big. On a Formula 1 car, they wouldn't be this big, right? They'd be a little smaller. So we should probably make this more to scale with the wheels that you would get on a Formula 1 car. Maybe around there. So let's just knock the height down a little bit, and then the same on the front. Oh, that's the track width. Let's just get that down. Okay, we could actually sort of keep it like that. I mean, if we want to try and line these hubs up, because these hubs are sticking out a little bit, we could probably track width this into about there. There we go. I'm just trying to imagine like where these hubs would sit inside, and I guess somewhere around there. So they do stick out a little bit. But that's not bad. I tell you what, this needs a few extra changes, though. Okay, so I'm going to stick some chrome guards, front and rear. Get some titanium exhaust that you can't actually see, to be honest, with that rear guard. In fact, let's just take that off. And in fact, to be honest, if we wanted this as a lightweight race car, we should probably get rid of that as well, let's be honest. Put a black grille in. This is probably going to look terrible. But I'm going to upgrade the brakes. See, we've got to actually have, like, the power to match the wheels. Okay, I want to change the sound of the engine as well. Something that, I tell you what, making it sound like the RE7B. That is going to sound mad. Let's just crank the horsepower and torque multipliers up. We'll also get that top speed up there. I don't think we're going to do a test run. We've got loads of cars to check out. I kind of want to see how this will look. We do this all red because, of course, red cars are just faster. And now we've just got to fix those tyres back up again because they reset. And here we are with our Formula 1 style G-Wagon right here. Well, I guess that is a race car. You can pretty much make everything into a crazy race car with these wheels. Oh my god, this is actually insane. I love it. This is so stupid. So I'm actually going to do something that I don't think I've ever done on this channel. I'm going to go to vehicle options. I'm going to go to vehicle spawner. And I'm going to go to random vehicle. And I just want to see what random vehicles we can get. Oh, okay, we go Figureight. And through the magic of editing, here it is with Formula 1 wheels. Okay, so for this one, I just threw on some of the drag parts because I thought these kind of look like drag radials in a way. So I wanted to make this look a bit more like a drag car, but obviously we can't, sadly, change the wheels between the front and the back. I don't know if a mod will ever come out with that. If it does, guarantee I will be checking out on this channel to do some amazing builds. But for this one, yeah, I tried to make it into a drag build. This one didn't work so well. I think they only seem to work if I tried to make whatever car it is into some sort of Formula 1 style car. And actually, where I've changed the suspension on this, the handling on this has absolutely gone to pot. This does not handle very nicely at all. But that was my attempt at an old school drag racer, but let's move on. So the next random vehicle is this. This is one of the new sort of Bugatti style cars. I don't think I've actually ever featured this car on the channel, but this was one of the new ones from some update at some point. I cannot remember. Maybe it's the most recent one. I really can't remember. But we can, of course, go to PR4, and we can have this even with the Formula 1 wheels. Oh, this is so weird. Here we go. The Super 5R suits this quite nicely. Man, this actually has a bunch of tuning parts for this thing. So here we go. Stick on a bunch of parts. Just make it all sort of crazy looking. Actually, I'm kind of wondering why I haven't checked this car out, because there's actually quite a lot of tuning parts for this one, but at this point, we're getting a bit late. Sometimes, like, annoyingly, when I have, like, what we've done with recently, where I've been ill as soon as an update comes out, it gets to a point where it's taken too long for you to actually do a video and for anyone to even care. These, by the way, these are all terrible options. I'm keeping that stock. It does have liveries, though, so we can at least make this look a bit like a racing car. So here we go. I'll make it gold. Why not? Not much you can really do with the wheels. I guess we could just make them a little smaller, just so they perhaps fit the size a bit better. And there it is, with stupidly spaced out, because the thing is, to tuck these into the arches wouldn't make sense, because these are super wide wheels with like a really really big offset on them, considering how deep dish they are. So if you were to try and stick these on a car, then you actually had the hub adapters, they would stick out somewhat. So I think every one of these builds, it will just have to stick out. That is just a given. Yeah, this is absolutely dreadful. This is not a good look. The best one so far seems to have been the G-Wagon. Let's just move on to another one. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, mind you, this might just do it on the front wheel, which would be really upsetting if it does. Let's just get a PR4. And in fact, the camera's just zoomed in, which means we can have a nice surprise when we zoom out. Oh. It's on the front. Okay, let's just try and get through some of these. There are so many different... I mean, we can have... Any of these are going to look interesting. I mean, a plane... I don't think that's even a thing you can really do. I mean, it does have wheels. Hang on, let's just zoom in. Here we go. And the wheels... Yeah, it just doesn't work. Okay, now we're talking. Getting a bunch of generic cars, now we're talking. And actually, in stock form, they really don't look that different because of the fact that these already had pretty chunky big tyres. It doesn't look that different. But we'll get some tyre writing on there. I actually kind of like the yellow Chappelle more than the green. Yellow Chappelle with the snowflake, I think, is probably my favourite combination. We'll get this tyre width right out to make this a bit more... I don't know how this is going to scale with a truck, but I'd say that's pretty big. We'll get them also shrunk down a little bit because I think they are a bit big. I don't think Formula 1 cars would have wheels that big, but I don't know. The scale's kind of off for me, so it's hard to tell. Also kind of annoying that every time you adjust the wheels, you have to do this as well. If you actually play with this on 5M, V-Stancer does that for you. It's a shame that single player doesn't do the same. I do want to see what happens, though, when we drop the height. Oh, look at that. Let's just get this truck lower down. It does actually look kind of weird if we drop that too much on the back. So I think we're going to have to put that back up at the rear a little bit. Front track width, about there. Rear track width, fine. This is stupid. Why am I doing this? Here we go. Let's get this in matte blue. Just trying to make this the craziest truck you've ever seen. Annoyingly, I don't think we could change the thing on the side. It would have been nice if we could have just made this just all blue. I guess in extras it changes. You can take it off? I have never seen that before. Oh, we can. Okay, perfect. There we go. Although, it's still a truck. I think we need to make this the full works. I'm going to go engine sound. I'm going to go engine speed. Let's go crazy. Upgrade all of that sort of stuff. Suspension, it's fine as it was. Get the engine audio. Let's obviously just, I don't know, pick a crazy car. The Tyrus. This has got a mad sound to it. Oh, see, now that's better. That other car that I had before, the sound wasn't right. This is perfect. So we'll just crank up the multipliers to make this faster. This is probably just going to be mostly wheel spin. This will probably just go in circles. And I'm driving with a keyboard, so the handling is going to be terrible. It's actually still slow. Wow, that just shows you how slow these trucks are. You really have to crank this up. Okay, multiply, I'm going to stick to something crazy like 50 then. Normally any more than like 5 is ridiculous. Okay, this is mostly wheel spin. Drifting though from wheel spin in a truck. Actually, this is terrible. I like that Michael has still got his helmet on though. That is a nice touch. Yeah, this is an actual pig to drive, especially with all this traffic. We need clear roads, I think, for this to work. But that is a Formula 1 modified truck. Which I guess is the first time we've ever seen that in GTA 5. Okay, I'm going to do like 1 or 2 more quick builds. Because this is absolutely crazy. I just want to get 2 more silly cars. Seems we've already checked out generic cars. More of this, because this is hilarious. And I've spotted just the thing. Not the taco truck, although that is funny in itself. You probably guess what I'm going for here. If I can catch up to it. Come on. Off you go. I'm so not used to carjacking people. And we've actually kidnapped some people, which is making this a bit more interesting. I guess we can't stop if we want to keep them in here. Paints. Well, let's just go for, I don't know. I like these matte colours. They seem to work really nicely. Or a metallic. There we go. Metallic red. That's a nice racer car colour. I'm starting to wonder if this can actually be modified, though. Because, actually, I've just realised there's no option for wheels on this one. No! Oh, that is such a huge shame. We can't change the wheels on that one. But I do know of a really weird vehicle that I know you can change the wheels on because we've stanced it on this channel before. You guessed it. It's the dump truck. Now if we go to menus, because... Oh, no, wait, hang on. I thought we could. Oh, wait, no. The reason I was able to modify this before is there was a mod that added mod kits to this. Because standard, you can't actually do that. Oh, that is a shame. That is a real shame. Maybe I'll have to try and find that mod again and bring that out to do it again. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a huge shame, because I kind of wanted to see what this looked like with Formula 1 wheels. But we can make some nice destruction anyhow. I mean, who doesn't love doing that? In that case, whatever is the next random car, it's going to be the last vehicle. Oh. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's do that again, because we've already done this one. Out of all the cars, it picks that one again. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be the class Granger, the old FBI car. In fact, let's just make this a Formula 1 FBI car. Here we go. Paints, everything black. Actually, this isn't the FBI one because this doesn't have the sirens, but it's close enough. Let's just go ahead and change the engine audio straight away because the Tyrus just makes all of these builds so much more amazing. Here we go. Let's go for the grid line. In just normal. The striped ones don't really appeal to me. Actually, we could go for that. Actually, I kind of want to go for the red. Let's go for the striped GP90 with the red Fukaru because I could just make the wheels red and it would just make the stripe red. There we go. It just looks like we've got some nice softs on there. Make the wheel width more in line with Formula 1. We'll make the wheel size a bit more in line with Formula 1. This is so weird. Let's just get that track width to be more in line with what I think would be right about here, perhaps on this one. And then we can get that rear height down and that front height down. And here we have a crazy Formula 1. This is pretty much like if it had a Formula 1 chassis and then they just put like an SUV on top of it. Probably the same sort of size, actually, because those cars are surprisingly big. I do want to make this faster, though, to end the video. 10 on the multipliers. Stick a bunch of numbers in there so we don't have a top speed. And here is our Formula 1 Granger to finish the video. Well, this is something a little different. Something, actually, I completely didn't expect to find. I didn't really think that we'd find a mod trainer that would add Formula 1 car wheels to any car. If you want to download this, this is the Menus mod, but this is the updated Menus mod that you have to get from the GitHub. This isn't actually the most up-to-date one that you can download from GTA5mods.com. So you'll definitely have to look out for this, but I will put a link for the GitHub in the description below so you can go ahead and grab the latest Menus mod. So you can do this yourself in single player. I'm actually kind of curious, if anyone does this, I want you to tweet me your pictures of your builds. I want to see what sort of cool, amazing Formula 1 car style builds you can do with these wheels. Very curious to see, but that is going to be it. We have got some more wheel mods to check out. We've got, or actually just the street wheels from the latest update and the off-road wheels from the latest update. I want to do some videos like this where we just build a bunch of random cars. In fact, if you have any suggestions for cars you want for me to modify in those videos, leave them in the comment section below. And actually, as we haven't done this for a few videos, if you have got all the way to the end of this video and you've watched the entire thing, you can say "Sea Shark" in the comment section below just to let me know that you watched the whole thing. But that is it from this absolutely ridiculous car. I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye!